Urbana is in the heart of Champaign County. We're a square county right in the middle of East Central Illinois.
People here are what I would call salt of the earth people who, work hard, have strong values.
The University of Illinois straddles both cities, Champaign and Urbana.
The story itself plays out essentially on the U of I campus from beginning to end.
It's a beautiful campus. It's sprawling.
YouTube was developed by two of our alums. Soybean was developed as a cash crop here at the University of Illinois. So the ag roots are, no pun intended, very deep.
I'm a graduate of the University of Illinois. It has the largest Chinese student population in the country. There's no other college in the U.S. that has more Chinese students.
And now, if you went around campus about this time, I swear to God, you'd think you were in Beijing because there are so many Asian students.
In the spring of 2016, a new person flies from China, joining thousands of other Chinese students, a brilliant visiting scholar. She was 26 years old, and her name is Yingying Zhang. Yingying was a graduate student from one of the top universities in all of China. She was an academic superstar, and she had a real zest for experiencing all sorts of different things.
She travels, she did voluntary work. Yingying loves singing, and she and a few friends, they formed a pop group called Cute Horse, and she was the lead singer in that group. Before she came to the U.S., her friends celebrating Yingying's birthday, and that party also became a farewell party before her journey to the U.S.
She felt that the University of Illinois here was one of the best places she could go in her field of environmental sciences.
To get into a research group here at the University of Illinois, you obviously have to have promise. Her intent was to begin a Ph.D. program here in the fall.
Yingying was applying a position in our lab. She was really excited about everything. Yeah, it's a new, kind of a new world and a new life open to her.
She was so new. She had only been here for a few weeks. And so, she hadn't really had a chance to establish a lot of relationships.
She spent lots of her time working or doing research. She also bought a guitar, and she said she didn't have a lot of time to play it, but it just made her feel like she had a friend in her apartment.
Friday, June 9th, 2017, just a typical beautiful summer day here.
During the summer, campus is a lot more empty while students are home.
Yingying went to Turner Hall on campus that morning of June 9th.
Yeah, it's just a normal day. We kind of clean some equipment we have been using. So around noontime, she told me she had an appointment at around 1:30 p.m. to sign an apartment lease.
So she was living on the south end of campus, what they call the married student housing complex.
She was looking to move to the One North apartments because it would be less expensive. And so she had set up that morning to go tour the One North apartments later that day over the lunch hour.
And she said she probably leave for 2 hours. And I said, yeah, it was fine.
Yingying and the apartment manager had been texting each other to set up this meeting. When she doesn't show up, he texts her back and says, "Where are you?"
Around 3:30 or 4 p.m., I felt a little bit strange because it shouldn't take so long.
Not the kind of an employee that would just leave.
No.
She was a person who was very responsible. Well, they became concerned rather quickly, and they attempted to contact her, and they couldn't contact her by cell phone.
After dinner, I went back to the office and to see if she might have been back there, but no. So I thought I'd go to her apartment to check. Nobody answered the door. So at that moment, I thought something must have gone wrong. Then we went to the university police office.
So you went in physically and walked into the office?
Yes, yeah.
And what did they say?
At that time, Because it was Friday evening, and the police, they thought this just happened so often. Like students went missing at the weekend and night.
We have had missing students in the past, but they're very rare that we don't find them immediately. And then some of her colleagues that are also grad students came in and would literally sit in our front office.
Do you think they were just feeling you were not doing enough?
I think they were just so concerned for her welfare. And they had a sense of urgency about it, that she needed help, and that none of this made sense.
That night, then we just stayed in front of the apartment building. We stayed maybe until midnight. Still, we really didn't have any clue.
The News Gazette, this is Mary. The next day, Saturday, June the 10th, I was working here in the newsroom, and the phone rang, and it was a male friend of Yingying's, and he told me, we have this missing international student. And I have to admit, I kind of rolled my eyes. As a crime reporter, we get missing persons reports quite a bit, but there was something about the way these people were conveying, we think something's wrong, that made me say, okay, it won't hurt if we run a short story saying that the police are looking for her.
There was a determination to find her. There's that determination from campus and from law enforcement.
Our officers initially went there. Her apartment was in normal condition, so she didn't pack up her clothes, and she didn't have a car, so I assumed that she took a bus. So I basically checked with MTD buses in town here to see if she had got on a bus.
That's when they started looking at the cameras, the buses, and to try to figure out her last movements.
We have about 2,000 cameras, so that changed everything. There's probably 10 cameras on this bus. One there, here.
They're shooting every angle.
Yeah.
And then they discover that an exterior camera on the outside of the bus captures Yingying boarding a city bus at about 1:30 p.m. right in front of her apartment. Inside cameras show her walking toward the back, taking a seat.
So she was captured on video from the bus that dropped her off. So the bus is traveling eastbound from that direction, coming from the west, and she got off the bus right here at this location.
Right this spot.
This spot right here.
So what's the next camera that we see?
So she got off the bus, came over in this direction, saw another bus head in this direction. I think she was trying to flag it down. I'm not sure if the bus driver saw her or not.
She's almost desperate to get that bus to stop.
Yeah. Based on the video, I mean, you can tell that there was a sense of urgency. I'm trying to get there, sign my lease so I can have a place to stay.
What happens next?
I think she's stopping there to, collect herself, wait on the next bus, and still kind of like maybe trying to figure out, am I gonna make it in time?
We noticed her standing next to our bus stop just south of University.
And what was she doing?
She was just standing there.
She's feeling anxious, and at that moment, something dark is on the horizon.
You're looking at somebody who has no clue what is around the corner.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.